Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn about one more interesting concept with a real-time example. Let's say I am using my RDS instance. I am using my RDS related instance tables from any compute service. In real time, from where you use? Basically, for your application, you might have your databases, and those databases you will connect from your servers. So let's say for compute purpose for server, I'm choosing Lambda here right now. Now I'm using this Lambda in order to connect to this RDS. So what happens right now? If you want to directly connect from your Lambda to this RDS instance, then we must need to provide the credentials like username and password in order to log into this RDS database, right? Yeah. And in order to retrieve the data from it, we need to provide the credentials of this RDS in this Lambda function. Then only we can able to connect to this, right? Yes. Now, that is not really a safe idea. That is not really a good idea or best practice in order to provide your passwords directly in your code. That is, hard coding of your passwords directly in your code is not a best practice. Then what is the best practice, sir? You can put your passwords or you can put your passwords in some another service and you can retrieve them from your compute, that is from this Lambda or in real time from your application, and by using those passwords you can able to connect to your database. That's the best practice. You can see currently in this lab I want to show you how to create your secrets manager secret and how to access that secret. That is nothing but how to how to use this secrets manager in order to store my RDS database related username and password, and how can I able to retrieve these passwords that I stored in my secrets manager from my Lambda function. Those two things that we're gonna see in this lab. So for that, I'm starting my lab right now. At first, I will show you the RDS database that I have already created for you for this lab and the Lambda function that I have already created for you for this lab. Then after, we will create our own secrets manager secret, that is to store our RDS credentials. Then we will retrieve those credentials from Lambda function in order to connect to this database. So that's what the agenda of this lab. Now you can see I have logged into my AWS management console. So first I want to show you the database that I've already created for you for this lab. So that's what database that I want to connect now from my Lambda function. You can see under RDS instances, you can see I'm searching for RDS. You can see I have DB instances and databases. Currently I'm opening the databases. There you can observe I have a database, right? Yeah. So to this database, actually, I want to connect from my AWS Lambda function. You can see this database is currently in available state and it is present in lab VPC under the security group. Yeah. So now, so let's see whether the security group is allowing the traffic coming to this database or not. So for that, I am opening that particular security group by clicking on that security group attached to that. Now I'm selecting and watching the inbound rules. Whether, yeah, you can see it is allowing MySQL Aurora type requests coming through this port from any source. So we can able to connect from our Lambda function to this database through MySQL or Aurora type request through this port range. Okay. Now I also want to show you by using what Lambda function I actually expecting to connect to this. So that's why I'm opening Lambda in one more new tab. Now you can see this is the Lambda function, that is the application function. From this, actually, I want to connect to that database. So in order to connect to my database, I've already written the code that I require. You can see that is this code. In this code, you can see I just imported what are the required libraries do I need. This is the PyMySQL in order to connect to your database. You must require to import this that you actually use to connect. Here you can check at the place of connectivity pymysql.connect. This is the command where you can use in order to provide connectivity between your Lambda function and your database. This is nothing but database connectivity. So in this format, you can able to, by using this line, you can able to actually create the connection. Then you create the cursor and you can able to execute any type of queries inside that RDS. So before connecting, you need to provide your host name, username, password, database name. So those things you need to provide. So how do it get the host name, username, password, database name, all these things? Actually, it get those things from, you can see this is the thing that is a get secret. First it implemented this get secret function, and from there it will load that data in the form of JSON into this result variable. Then from that result, we are getting that host name, port number, username, password, everything. So let's see what this get secret function do. You can see this is the get secret function. Here we are providing the secret name. So currently I haven't provided because currently I haven't created any secrets manager secret, right? So that's why I haven't provided anything. After creating my secrets manager secret, I provide that name here. Then I provided the region. First, I have connected to the Boto 3 session, that is secrets manager as a client. I'm connect. So first I have created the session with Boto 3. Then I connected to the secrets manager from this region through the session. So then after connecting, what I'm doing, I'm getting the secret values. I'm getting the secrets values of that particular secret name. That is for that particular secret. What are the secret that we provided? For that secret ID, whatever the secret is there, that I am getting and storing in this variable and providing that at the end as a response. You can see that I am providing as a response back. In middle, do I get any exception or error? So while getting the secret value, I'm just raising that exception and printing that exception here, right? You can see under results, I'm printing that exception. Let's say I haven't get any exception. This is connected to my secret manager and it get the secret values of password, host name, all these details. Then obviously it will connect, it will get these details and it will connect to my database and it will execute this command and that result will be stored. That is this query result will be stored in this result variable. So then after simply we need to print it, right? Yeah, so that's why I'm simply uncommenting these. Yeah, I'm just printing these. So before deploying or saving this code, I want to even provide this secrets manager related name. So in order to provide the secrets manager name, so let's create a secrets manager secret. Let's create a secret in secrets manager in order to store our database credentials like a username, password, like that. So for that, I opened this secrets manager. So why do you use this? In order to manage your secrets and manage their life cycle by rotating those keys, you need to use this secrets manager. Okay. So in this lab, what I'm doing, I'm storing my database. What database? RDS related database, username and password, right? Yeah. So for that, first I want to create a secret store. So that's why I'm clicking on create a new secret. This secret is related to this RDS database related credentials. If you want to store credentials related to DynamoDB database or Redshift data warehouse or other databases or other type of secrets, then you can select based on your requirement. Currently, I need this, so I selected this. And username. So what is the username that you want to provide here? So you can see the username. Now you can see I provided the username and password in order to connect to my RDS database. And you can say I'm using the AWS already provided Secrets Manager for encrypting this data. And you can see I'm using this database. That is nothing but our Aurora database that we previously shown in this lab. So for this database connectivity, I provided the username and password, and I'm storing it in this secret, and I'm encrypting that username and password details by using this encryption key. That is AWS encryption key, Secrets Manager encryption key. Now I'm just clicking on next. So here we need to provide some secret name. So let me provide the secret name as a resource DB credentials. Since this is a RDS database related credentials, I'm providing the name of my secret will be like this. And I'm just simply clicking on next. And here you can see if you want to provide any rotations, you can directly configure these rotations directly from here. So in order to manage your credentials up to compliance level, that is, no one can able to hack that credentials. Like that, you want to maintain your credentials by rotating them every 30 days, like that schedule, that you can able to perform directly from here by selecting this auto rotation, and you can able to provide after certain time you can able to rotate it, or certain days, certain weeks or certain months you can able to rotate it. And for that you can able to provide your lambda function. Currently I don't want to create this rotation. While creating the secret, after creating the secret, I'll show you how to create this rotation as well. Now I'm just clicking on next. Yeah, you can see whatever the details that we provided, those are visible here for us to review. Now I'm just reviewing these. So currently rotation is not enabled. Yeah, that's it. I'm just clicking on store. So whenever you click on store, so automatically, I'm just reloading it. You can see our secrets got stored in the secret name. That is a resources database credentials. I'm just opening it. Now you can observe under secret values, that secrets will be stored. You can retrieve the secrets by clicking here. You can see whatever the secrets that we stored, those all will be visible here, right? Yeah. Now what I am expecting, I want to use this. I want to use this secret, right? I want to use this secrets manager related secret from Lambda. You can see this is the Lambda code, right? Yeah. So from here, I want to use that secret in order to get what details I want to get. I want to get this all details. So by using what command I'm getting, get secret values. Okay. Let me provide that secret and name here. So for that, I'm just copying the secret name what I've provided, and I'm pasting the same name here. You can see I just provided, and I'm saving these changes by just clicking on deploy. So whenever you click on deploy, those changes will be, you can see updating the function application code. Function means a lambda function related application function. This is the or lambda function name, application function. So this will be updated successfully. You can see this code is updated successfully. Now what I want. So in order to check that connectivity is establishing and I am able to connect to my server, and do I get the query related response or not? So first I need to run this, right? Yeah. So in order to run this, I'm just clicking on test. and providing a sample event as E1 and just clicking on saving this event. And now again I'm clicking on test. Now you can see, so whenever it is connected, we got the response like that. That is so first whenever we started, this line will be executed. So whenever that line will be executed, our request go to get secrets. So that is this. So here it will take the secret name and a region. Through that, first it will create session and it will connect to that session as a client. And then it will obviously retrieve the password. So whenever it retrieves the secrets, you can see we are getting the data. So this is the data that we are getting. So let's move on with that debugging. That is a explanation, code explanation once again. So whenever it retrieves the secret, that will be stored in this secret variable, and that is returned. So whenever it is returned, you can see that will be converted into JSON format and loads into this result variable. Then immediately we're printing that. So let's see. You can see found credentials in the environment. That's for the first message. And this is what this is the secret that we get from that credentials, right? So since we printed that credentials related secret, that is visible here. And now let's see the code. Next step, you can see we're getting a host, port, and username, password, and simply we're logging whole information. So that's why you can see that host name, username, and password and database name all are visible in the results here. So where is that? You can see those all details are visible here. Now let's move back to the code. Now, yeah, you can see connection is establishing and cursor we created. So then after what we did, successfully connection is created to the RDS MySQL instance succeeded. So that's what the message we printed. You can check here that message. Yeah, you can see that message got printed. Now, so let's move on to the next step. Yeah, now we executed this command and we fetched the results. And if the result is, if no result, then we are loading this. If we got the result, then we are printing like a query result is like that. And we are printing the query result and we are returning that result, right? Yeah. So let's open the result. You can see query result is this. Query result is this. And since we are returning this query result again, since we are returning this, so that's what the output we get at the end of this result. So you can see that query result is even returned and returned as a response, and that we got printed here, right? Yeah. So from this, we can able to say that we have successfully created our secret. We have used the secrets manager in order to create a secret. That is a resource. My RDS database related configuration secret we have created successfully, right? Yeah. So, and we have even connected to our database directly from where? From our application function. By using secrets manager, we retrieved the passwords and through them we connected to our RDS database, and from there we connected to our RDS database, and from there we retrieved some data and printed that response as well, right? Yeah, in this way you can able to use your secrets manager in real time in order to connect to your database and secure your database passwords in the secrets manager without hard coding your passwords directly in your code. So this is the best practice. And one more best practice is it is good to rotate. That rotation facility of your secret is also directly available in your secrets manager. Secret, you can see this is the rotation option. Now I'm just clicking on edit in order to enable it. Now I'm just clicking on automate rotation, and this is a schedule based rotation. Let's say I want to that after 30 days I want to rotate this. So that's why I provided 30. Now for this, by using what you want to rotate. you want to create a rotation Lambda function or use any function that is present in your account. So currently for this lab, I want another more Lambda function that is, this is the Secrets Manager rotation Lambda function. And this rotation strategy is also for single user. I'm just saving it. It might take you few seconds in order to create this rotation. So you need to wait for a minute. You can see, I just scroll it up. You can see creating CloudFront resources for rotation. You can view the stack. So whenever your stack got deployed successfully or your stack creation is completed, so at that moment you can say your creation was completed. So now let's wait till we get the resources got created successfully. You can see IAM role is created. So this is the Lambda function and that related permissions those are creating. So let's wait for a moment so that those will be created. Now you can see this Lambda permission also created successfully. And let's wait till this Lambda function creation. Now you can see our Lambda function is also created successfully. Now I'm directly opening my Lambda function from here. Just clicking on it. So what are the Lambda function that is created for rotating my keys that is present here. You can see that Lambda function is this. Currently there is no code inside it. You can upload it by directly from .g format or if you have that file inside your S3 location, then you can upload from S3. So currently for this lab, I've already created the Lambda function code and I stored it in zip format. Now I'm uploading it. Now I'm just clicking on .zip file and here I want to upload that. So I'm just uploading that. Now I'm just saving that. So whenever I uploaded that, that code will be reflected here. That respective code related to rotating your keys or credentials, that code will be reflected here, right? Yeah. So here I've written some code. This is just a sample code, but in real time, you need to provide your own code in order to rotate your secrets manager related keys. You can see this is a sample code. You can take it as a reference for educational purpose. And in real time, you can use the same like this type of code by modifying. You can have the code whisper option also there. You can use the advantage of it. You can see under your Lambda function itself, you have tools. You can activate this code whisper suggestions and you can write comments and you can generate your own code directly in this Lambda, that is in your Lambda functions, and you can able to use that in your real time and you can able to perform your rotations easily. So like that, you can able to do this rotation in real time. Now I'm just viewing this code to you and yeah, so that's it. So like this, you can able to create your rotations by using your Lambda functions. And so after creating it, you just move back to, that means after providing your Lambda code in order to rotate, you just move back to your secrets. There, I think it's still is in disabled state. So let's reload it so that this reaches to enable state, because the Lambda function is also created and our cloud formation template related to this is also deployed. You can see it is the rotation is enabled, right? Yeah. Now, yeah, the rotation is enabled and that rotation is based on this Lambda function that we created. So you just click on rotate secrets immediately so that it asks you to rotate. So whenever you click on it, this will rotate your keys based on the code that you provided. Now I want to rotate my keys at once. So that's why I'm clicking on a rotate secret immediately. And I'm just clicking on rotate. Yeah, I think the keys were rotated. I'm just going to overview and I'm retrieving my secret values. Now you can observe the password got changed, right? Previously it is a different, that is what we put, that is a different, but now it is a now we can say that these credentials are saved in our secrets manager, right? Yeah. So now I want to check whether my application related Lambda function is retrieving those new credentials and can able to connect to our database or not. For that, I'm just clicking on test to see. Yeah, you can see we got the results. That means it can even retrieve the password that is a newly generated password. You can see that password is this newly generated password, and it can able to connect to our database correctly. In this way, in real time, you can able to create your own secret under your secrets manager. And that means in real time, you might need to store your database credentials. That is not good to store those results, those credentials like username and password directly in your code, hard code. So you can use the secret manager to store your secrets, and then you can able to retrieve them even for security purpose. You can able to rotate them whenever you need based on scheduling, or you have another option also, right? So that is a schedule based expression. Yeah, based on scheduling, whether it will be based on expression if you want to provide that, or else based on expression builder. So based on a particular scheduling, you can able to rotate your keys. So like that, you can able to safeguard your credentials as well for your database. You can see we have even changed our passwords after creating this by implementing this rotation, where this rotation will be implemented based on the Lambda function code that you provided. So in this way, in real time, you can able to use your AWS Secrets Manager in order to store your secrets related to your database passwords. So like that, any username and passwords. So like that, and you can able to retrieve them directly by connecting to your secrets manager secret, and you can able to use them and you can able to rotate them based on your compliance requirement of your company, and you can able to implement the best practices of AWS. I hope this video is useful and you got a good knowledge regarding securing passwords using secrets manager. So I hope this hands-on lab will be very helpful to you in real time, and you got some knowledge regarding hands-on regarding your secrets manager, how to store and how to rotate your key passwords. I hope this video is useful. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.